catch a bad one. All right, you guys, it's the Don't Believe the Hype show, Donovan Sadiq show, but don't believe the hype. I'm with, of course, my partner in crime, DeMitra K. It is Tuesday, and it is chilly outside. And for those of you guys that have been wondering and have been messaging me, why is Demetra's video from Sunday the actual podcast? Could you kind of tell us a little bit? I'm telling you guys, you can watch the Demetra K Show Sundays, Facebook Live, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And toward the end of the show, I'm telling you, when this woman gets lit, it's a bomb.
They made me do it. They made me do it. Yeah, so briefly, there was some, I would say some white supremacists.
Okay.
Trolls were unearthed and happened onto my show. Mm-hmm. And they were saying some pretty, racist things. Nothing new. You know, that's just what they do. And so they got the other side of me that rarely nobody sees. Mm-hmm. But what I basically said to them, in the lack of better words, and I'm being nice today, is that my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid when it comes to none of y'all. Okay? Exactly. I'm not none of these people you get on their show and like, well, let me just try to explain to you what did I, I understand, and, I just want the white supremacists to understand. No, kiss my ass.
I heard that. I don't
answer to you.
Because I looked at your page. I mean, from that show, I saw 3 or 4 people join up. They joined up. I was like, dang.
I mean, I'm not scared of you. I don't answer to you. Right, now, you want to act like you got some sense? Come on over, act like you got some sense. But all the other nonsense you got going on, as why it's on your page and not mine, get the bird.
Right, exactly. But look, we always talk about how brothers don't be standing up. So look, that's why I was like this. I mean, it was getting scary in here.
I saw you out the corner of my eye.
It kind of reminded me that time we went to the Victoria Baca fundraiser. You went to the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah, that was kind of good. But no, I'm serious. But that is a prime example of what you've been saying for years now, of what they do. And we weren't bothering anybody. We're telling black folks how we should be doing, and for some reason they have a problem with us sharing a positive message with each other, encouraging each other to rise up.
Well, that's what white supremacy does. They anytime black people try to get together and talk about unity and bettering themselves, white people, not white. Now I don't say I say white supremacists because they know who they are. White supremacists.
That's a small group, but it is in the white.
Well,
category.
Actually, it's a pretty large group.
Right, but it's in the white category.
Yeah, they try to get in the affairs of black people and dictate to you how you should be black. Like you said, we're talking about blackness, and they're saying, why do you hate white people? At what part of this podcast or show did you ever hear me say I hate white people? But that's just a misconception. Mm-hmm. If you are talking about uplifting black people, well, that must mean you hate white people. First of all, don't get high on your own supply. You ain't that serious to me.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? You ain't that serious for me to sit up for a whole hour and a half and talk about hating white people. That's a waste of energy and time.
Right. And the funny thing about that, it wasn't funny, but I'm just saying that, the person came, it's one thing if you're coming there to debate with facts. This person just comes there with foolishness.
Yeah, to try to hijack the conversation. I would say that will be my last time addressing them. I'll just, skim by them but honestly, I never had that happen live. Right. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, because I don't know if it got into a pocket of white supremacist Facebook page.
Right.
But there are a few of them on there who are just saying the average stuff, Fox News, Trump, talking points. Yeah, what about? And, you black people this and you black people that, just the ignorant stuff. And so, like I said, that'll be my last time addressing it. It'll be my first and my last. However, I was not going to let it slide. So if they want to take that message back, like,
yeah, don't get on this page.
She ain't none of those other black people who would be scratching and itching where they I'm not going to do that to you.
Talk about K. Michelle. Talk about this, stuff that isn't important.
I'm going to give you what you came for.
Right, exactly. There you go. So, Al, look, brother. I got to hat off to you, brother. You got to deal with this one. I will be sending a copy of I to you.
I told how to write I.
Right.
No, just play.
No, but it was an awesome thing. Once again, your numbers are doing very, very well.
Yeah, it was over 10,000.
Over 10,000. So, I mean, that's a great, great blessing there. But let's get into it real quick. What I want to talk about today is something that I think is very important, and as black people, we need to pay attention to. You got a lot of people out there that say, oh, I'm a DummyCrat, or I call them DummyCrats. I'm a DummyCrat, and I just vote dummy every 4 years
Damn.
or every 2 years.
That's what they say. I just vote dummy.
I just vote dummy.
I'm
You know,
dummy.
yeah. I mean, because think about it. And I'm going to talk about local politics here. We have candidates. Let's say a good example. Shalinda Bernard.
Mm-hmm.
She ran again in District 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now she had to run because before she ran in a special election.
Right.
And Politics 101 says when you run in a special election, okay, it's a 2-year seat, whatever, and then it goes to 4 years because it's a special election, the person got elected or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember I told her to run this time. Now, I'm shocked, of course, with all the voter fraud that's going on. In our city here in Moreno Valley, the corruption that's going on in this city and the biggest FBI bribe in history happened in the city of Moreno Valley, California. Now, this city is run by Democrats. So, DummyCrats are the ones dealing with all the corruption.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, am I wrong about that? Because I don't want anybody to mistake that I'm just mischaracterizing what's going on in the city of Moreno Valley.
So you're saying in the city of Moreno Valley?
In the city of Moreno Valley.
It's apparently.
Right.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, the Democrats have been, the DummyCrats have been running this for the last, whatever. The person that got indicted, he was a member of the United Democrats, which is the Victoria
Is
Baca.
it most of the city council is Democrat?
Most of the city council is Democrat.
Well, who's on there that's not?
Let's see. Carla Thornton. She's a Republican, but she took Democratic money to get elected.
She's
So
a
call her.
Democrat.
She's a Democrat. All right. So, so you have these candidates, because people ask me, am I going to run? We have another election coming up in 2 years, whatever. No, I ran in a special election, and I ran in the general election. The good thing is, every time Shalinda ran and I ran, we got more and more support. And more money was spent to fight against us than what we put into the campaign. So I'm going to give Miss Bernard, and she had a baby with it, a lot of props for what she's doing. I don't know if she's going to run again. I hope she would stay active in the politics, because here's the problem in politics, local and national. Just like the DummyCrats do. And they come in here, they get the black vote and say, okay, we'll see you in 4 years. See you later. We'll be back in 4. And nothing gets done according to our agenda.
You know, I just had a gangster, something gangster just came to my mind.
Okay.
When you were talking about Shalinda and yourself. I don't know if I should even say this on air.
You can say it, please.
Okay, so I know that a black city council, it's going to be, especially somewhere here, it's probably going to be impossible to have a black city council.
Very impossible.
Because we see how just black people in general get treated.
Well, we're not participating here, so.
Well, but let me even just give something example in Commissioner James Baker.
Okay.
Now, we've seen him be very active in Moreno Valley. He's a black man, and he's here, there. Well, he used to be until
He's known as Mr. Moreno Valley.
Mr. Moreno Valley, like the OG Mr. Moreno Valley.
Yeah. The commish.
The commish. Well, he was unseated from his position as being commissioner for Parks and Rec. And you can correct me if I'm wrong.
No, that's correct.
Also not infamous, but famous rather, for lighting the M. The M on Moreno Valley Mountain for Christmas, and this, that, and the other, cleaning it up, all that good stuff. So he was unseated from that. The corrupt, if you will, in Donovan's words and a lot of people's words, city council took that from him and took the idea as his own. Last week we saw him on his page basically lament about him being nominated for Moreno Valley Citizen of the Year for what, 3 years in a row. And this time it was given to Edo Bendizi, how you say his name.
Edo Bendizi, and this is the developer that's causing a lot of the problems here.
So he was nominated for it. It's like, well, what? And so he was basically saying, I'm just tired of he being commissioner. I'm tired of having, my heart broken and being hurt, whatever, over this issue. And so, of course, everybody was patting him on the back, online or whatever. Okay, so this is my idea. Why not form a black city council per se? Now, I know that is not nothing legal you could do, but have something on your own. So you get together with the commissioner and Shalinda and the Corys and Denise.
Okay.
Because you guys all, from what you guys say, and even, hold on.
I'm with you.
Leroy.
Oh no, he lives in LA. He's not gonna be out here.
Okay, well,
He's not
so I guess I'm saying the black people who are very interested in moving the ball forward for Moreno Valley, why don't you guys form your own little ad hoc city council, if you will, and just reach out to the black citizens of Moreno Valley? Because as we know, black people are the swing vote in a lot of areas.
Absolutely.
They just are, and a lot of black people don't vote. But if black people saw a nucleus of, because to me, you guys are superpowers.
Okay.
Of superpowers, the Justice League, getting there, you know, and spearheading things, I think more black people will be more involved.
Right. Well, the problem is you have black people that, like your Leroy Holt, they just take the money and go. See what I'm saying? So he's not interested. And that's a problem in the city where we have a bunch of black candidates that are just here to do the bidding of the developer because of whatever their financial situation is.
Well, we ain't talking about him.
Yeah.
Let him go over there.
Now, Shaylinda, who's at work, and you know, this woman just had a baby, and she is sitting at work already. You talk about a superwoman. Mm-hmm. Good Lord. But she's listening at work, and she says to tell you, D, we all know the truth, but we can't say it out loud.
I said it.
There you go. So
I said it.
And as far as me getting along with Denise, never.
Okay, but see, at some point, at this point, am I supposed to sit here and be quiet?
No.
Okay. Because you guys, if you guys don't, I gotta give y'all a little back behind the scenes stuff here. I give my Ike instructions before we go on. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
You don't say this. You don't say that. So I had to clarify. Is this where I'm supposed to be quiet?
No. You go ahead and look. My goon hand is strong,
Okay.
but I'm gonna keep it in check.
Okay, Ike. I mean, at some point in time, if, because I know you're sincere about moving the city forward.
I am.
If Denise is serious, and I believe she is,
Okay.
you know, maybe her way of going about it is a little bit here and there. But if you guys are both interested in moving the city forward, the city as a whole, and I mean, you guys are black, so you guys got to reach out to your people first. If y'all interested in that, then y'all should sit down and try to find the common ground.
Okay, how many times have I reached out to say, hey, let's go do this? Okay, I'll give you a good example. Mm-hmm. Me and LaDonna Jemson, I'm probably not number one on her Christmas list.
Nah, you probably getting a box of rocks.
Right. But if I see her in public and she's doing, you know, there's a mutual respect there because I'll tell it the way it is. She has done more in the 2 years that she was on council. She has done more in those 2 years than Bill Beatty and anybody else that represented the city before it, and even until this very day. Mm-hmm. The unfortunate thing is we lost the seat on a technicality that should have came out a long time ago.
True.
Now, moving forward, if LaDonna came to me and said, Donovan, let's go do this and let's go do that, absolutely. You know, we don't have to agree on everything, but I'm willing to work with anybody that is willing to get rid of the corruption within this city and move it forward. But the problem with Denise is she's not interested in the city. She's interested in what it looks like for her. And that's the problem. We have individuals that it's all about them. One of the biggest problems in the city of Moreno Valley is the Democratic Club of Moreno Valley. Mm-hmm. Now, why would you run Dave Marquez for mayor and he just got on the seat 2 years ago to be a council member?
Because he goes off of rumors, and those are important.
Very true. But however, you split the vote. And you got Dr. McBean, lady totally off her rocker. Totally off her rocker.
Great job. Why?
Now, I know a lot of her friends have gone on beyond yonder, you know, Methuselah and everybody like that. Everybody has their own agenda. Leroy, Al Bundy, I mean, ask yourself this. He doesn't even live here. He doesn't even live here. Sorry. And now he can't show his face in this city because he aligned himself with a group of people that take black people, use and grind them up and say, nigga, get your ass back on the streets. We're done with you.
Which is why I said the people, I call you guys the Justice League, who are very interested in moving the city forward and helping black people. Y'all need to get together. Mm-hmm. Get together, form your own council, and be influential among black people. And that way, the next time these elections go on, you know, the city or whoever, politics will take, you know, black people more seriously.
Well, and I agree with you with that. And Shaylinda chimed in and she said that, come on, Donovan. No, I will not get along with that person because I've reached out several times and I've let my guard down. I've gone through LaDonna,
somebody
whatever.
Got to be the bigger person.
And I get, and you got to put it like this. For somebody who was disrespected as I was, to put that to the side for the better of the city, and this bitch still disrespects me.
I guess that's a no.
You know what I'm saying? Because if this is a Justice League, I would have to be, well, Gordon has the title of Batman, so I would have to be Nightwing, Robin, and I'm going to be disgruntled. But let me finish. Because Victoria told her to run. Yeah, and we know Dr. McBean ran because of that. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. But here's the thing. Even in the Justice League, you need a leader.
Okay, well, that's jacked up, too. I mean, if Victoria's telling McBean to run, it's like, ain't...
To split the vote.
Gutierrez, Baca's homeboy. And
but it's to split the vote.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's kind of
It's a strategy.
Obvious. Yeah.
It's a strategy.
Ain't no strategy. It's just some bullshit.
It's bullshit, but it's a strategy. They can... That's why we need candidates that are going to be in the council. Dave Marquez is on the council. Why isn't he proposing a runoff election for the top 2 people in every election?
Hey, he's just like, yeah, I'm in where I fit in. You know, I ain't trying to rock the boat.
Exactly.
I'm just happy to be up here. How y'all doing?
Exactly.
Y'all got any more rumors? Send them my way.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. All the money in the world cannot fight a runoff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So the fact that obviously y'all can't win, child. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Jackson, The Wiz.
Yes. Y'all can't win.
Produced by Quincy Jones.
Right. If y'all get, which is the extra documentary on Netflix too, by the way. Y'all can't win. Form your own council.
Okay, but when you have, let's look at the numbers.
I'm sipping my lemonade.
208,000 people live in the city of Moreno Valley. Gutierrez garnered 6,000 votes. The total mayor count was about 12,000 votes.
Okay.
12,000 divided by 208,000. That gives you the percentage of people who voted for mayor. Less than 5% of the people even participate in our local election.
Which is horrible.
Horrible. And thus these people still do what they do. But even in the Justice League, there's got to be a leader. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not saying I should be the leader. We definitely know Denise Fleming ain't going to be the leader.
Why can't y'all all be the leader? Why can't it just be a mutual...
Well, here's the thing. If that's the case, then why form a Justice League?
Well, because somebody... I mean, then if that's the case, why have a city council? I know the mayor, for the most part, is considered the leader because they have the
No, he's not,
Well,
actually.
I'm saying just, you know...
City manager's the leader.
Okay, well, on the council, the actual city up there on the dais. But why can't you guys all collectively just be the leader?
Because, unfortunately, black people don't empower other black people.
Well, that's why y'all got to start it. It's got to start somewhere.
Shalenda's being funny. Why can't I be Aquaman? I don't like that Jason Momoa. Yes, you can be Wonder Woman then.
See what I'm saying?
No, well, she is Wonder Woman.
Right. Okay, so
this woman in the summertime dropping a baby
she
and
got
still
her role. She is Wonder Woman. You can be
Nightwing. Teen Titans.
Is the Black Panther on the Justice League?
No, that's Marvel.
Okay, got it. Whatever. So you can be the Duke. You can make your own your own superhero.
And that goes back to what I'm saying here in this section. Election is over. Donovan is still here. Shaylinda is still here. The commissioner is still around.
The commissioner can be the leader.
No, he wants all of us to come together and we all make a decision.
You know what? I will choke you. But seriously.
Right, okay, seriously.
Let him be the leader.
But see, that would become a consensus. He has to be voted the leader. Do you think Denise is going to let that happen?
She might.
I doubt it. She can't even give me a simple apology.
You know what have you ever heard was the Field of Dreams? If they build it, if you build it, they will come.
I built it and they won't come.
I'm talking about build this, and they will come.
Okay. Well, anyway, keep your dreams to yourself. Because that's a nightmare. But
come on, Shaylinda, get them.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You got people that still are involved. Jerry Mercado is still involved. You got Gordon Tucker is still involved. Aja Smith is doing stuff behind the scenes. LaDonna Jemson is doing stuff behind the scenes. You have all these people that are out here still working. And knock on wood for myself, I am still out there putting out agitation feelers. For those of you guys who have been following the page.
Yes, you are.
You guys know that I go to city council every day and I make a fire request on some bullshit. Some of it's good stuff, but most of it's bullshit because...
And you're admitting that?
Yeah, but I have a right to do it.
True.
I have a right to do it.
True.
There's, until they can stop me, you just can't go into City Hall. They can trespass if you just go into bullshit and you're loitering. They can say, oh, you're loitering. No.
True.
I go in there for business. I fill out some forms and I got to do it. So if they don't want to work with me, I will make those assistant clerks do stuff that that will keep them from fucking up the city even further.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So by them having to do these farms and stuff. So, but some of the requests are real.
Okay.
So my point in this segment is, in the election, you had a Denise Fleming who's talking about, oh yeah, people called me and told me, you need to run, girl. Yeah, we need you. Okay, the election is now over. Where are you at?
Are you asking me today?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Maybe because it's getting ready to be spring in a couple of months. She's getting ready for spring cleaning. The holidays are coming up. Maybe she's baking pies and, just getting ready to wind down for the end of the year. And then when she, January
Well,
comes,
okay. Look, you know what? I'm gonna agree with you on that. Believe it or not. You say she's probably doing spring cleaning, pies and stuff, doing all that stuff, right? I hope she spring cleans that damn red dress out of her damn wardrobe. And take that Rick James wig or whatever it is and get rid of that too.
This is not going well.
It's
this
not
is,
going
this is
well.
going too far to the other
Right.
side.
Now, Jalinda says, honestly, the real issue is too many chefs in the kitchen. People all want to take credit instead of just getting it done.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's why I said, why does it need to be a
People
leader?
don't like that I walk to the beat of my own drum. Wow, you sound just like me because I do the same
Well,
thing.
why can't y'all work to the beat of your own council?
Well, because, like I said, Shailen's in a different district and I'm in
Don't
my
matter.
district. Yeah, it don't matter, but the point is, it'll be a council without power.
Yeah, you don't think you're powerful?
Oh, I'm powerful.
Hold on. You look like a master to me. Where'd that come from?
The Last Dragon. Classic. Could you show me some moves?
Right.
Why can't your sister say that to me?
I'll tell her. I mean, it better get the job done,
But for you dummy-crats out there, or just people that are really concerned what's going on in the city, if you've been paying attention, the WLC, we still have a few more things to do with the WLC. But for all intents and purposes, it is a dead issue. It was denied by the California Supreme Court. Ito, what do you say, he challenged?
Mm-hmm.
He appealed, I'm sorry, the word is he appealed the lower court's verdict. So the judge here in Riverside, he appealed that to the California Supreme Court. The California Supreme Court did not even want to hear it.
Just like, get the hell out of
Yeah,
here.
they're like, no, we're not doing that, get out of here. So that part, we still have some litigation parts still to do. But the bottom line is, he is not going to get past that EIR.
Citizen of the Year.
Okay? And they keep giving him awards for accomplishing absolutely nothing.
So I understand why the commissioner's mad. It's like, why is he the citizen? What is he doing?
Right. The Black Panthers were powerful and they didn't have a city council. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Shalinda. I mean,
wow.
Again, but see, when she gets some time, I'm gonna have to go over there.
Don't blame this on her.
No. When she gets some time, I'm gonna have to go over there, because I gotta visit the baby and everything. He's so cute.
Yeah.
And we need to do a show where she can talk about, some of her thoughts and get those things out. And that's part of the thing. Stay in the public eye, and and get that idea out so people say, hey, this person hasn't gone away. This is a good idea. We should do this and we should do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and by the way, Shalinda, as we know as parents, when you have that first one, the second one is not far behind. So,
Wow, which is why I only have one.
So, do what you got to do. I'm just saying, just enjoy the one.
You do that.
But that's what I was saying in this thing. Where are all these people? I mean, Corey Jackson, he's gone back into his nonprofit and stuff. But let me tell you something about Corey Jackson. He spent a lot of his own personal money for that election, and for I'm not saying that he deserved to win or whatever. Mm-hmm. That was a very hard election in District 2.
Mm-hmm. That's what the Carla Thornton.
Yeah, the Carla Thornton area is whatever, and he put it all in line. So I got to give the brother big ups for doing that, because for those of us that have not ran, it takes a lot to do that. I mean, your personal business is out there, your family is exposed, people are stalking you and all that other stuff. So big ups to Corey, but he's back in the community making a difference in the community. And but what I'm saying is, all these other candidates, you don't hear anything from them. You don't hear anything about them.
Right.
Carrie Finn, she's heavily involved in the community, so she's going to go back to her, seats that she occupies on the county and things of that nature. What I'm saying is we have to stop dealing with people who show up every 2 years. Denise Fleming. I've done a poll. Now, this is District 1. I've asked every black person in this district just about, and everybody I know, did you call Denise Fleming and ask her to run for mayor? And nobody could seem to verify that story.
Well, maybe she got friends who asked her.
But do they live in the city?
I don't know, do they?
That's the question. See what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm sure somebody has asked her now, whether they were legit or they, you know what I mean? I'm sure somebody's asked her, hey, girl, you need to run.
Now, this is her 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 12th time running. They don't want you. So stop running. Go somewhere else. Run for something else. Obviously, the city of Moreno Valley is not for you. And again, as long as she is in this city not willing to apologize to me, and you know what? Screw it. You ain't got to apologize to me, because what's done is done. I will do everything in my power to expose the Rick James loving way you are.
Now you know what?
No, you can be mad all you want.
I can't be on board.
No. And I'm going to say this.
So evil.
And I'm going to say this. I'm one of those people, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, that I'm not going to turn the other cheek. And no, I'm not a Muslim. I'm not going to turn the other cheek. If you want to get down in the gutter and get it crunk, I'll get down there with you. So to have your Uncle Remus husband come for me in a public forum.
Listen, I will not be guilty by association.
You're not guilty. These are my words. These are my words. You want your Uncle Remus husband to come for me, then come for me. But don't get mad when I reply in kind, because I'm not that type of person. And that's what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to play dirty, then let's play dirty. Don't get mad, because actually, if you really think about it, I wasn't the one that called her Rick James.
Who was it?
But it was attested to me.
So somebody else out there has this perception of her.
Yes, they do. And it was not I.
Was it the Rick James? No, shut up. Don't get involved. Don't get involved in this nonsense.
My name's Rick James, bitch.
Oh, okay. All right, okay.
But anyway. But that's what I'm saying, what's going on in the city. A lot of stuff is attested to me that had nothing to do with me. Because
you just kind of just borrowed it.
No, well, not that I borrowed it. I just repeated what was said. Especially when the candidate said that I said it.
Right. Well, I mean,
and I refuted it. I said, no, that I didn't say that.
Like you say a whole lot of other
stuff. Exactly. But I have no reason to call her Rick.
Didn't somebody mama get accused of being somebody mama accused somebody of calling her Ronald McDonald?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. She goes, somebody called me Ronald McDonald. Now, when you're sitting in city council and your hair is fire engine red and you're a black person, either you're Ronald McDonald, which is a clown. I mean, if that's the people's perception, that's their people's perception. I mean, you can't get mad about that.
And then somebody else was falsely accused for that?
Yes. Somebody else was falsely accused. Yeah, they were falsely accused.
That ain't even something I would even know how to do.
Right. Now, again, Denise Fleming, do I say she's qualified? Absolutely.
Yeah, you always say she's qualified.
She's absolutely
qualified.
So
I think I might have asked you this once before. What would it take for you guys to shake hands and say, okay, we have a truce here. Let's.
What have I said from day one, from the time that this is
her to apologize to you?
That's it. That's all it would take. Period. Even if she doesn't believe the apology, do it. A good leader who believes they cannot make mistakes ends up being a Donald Trump.
Well, I don't know if Denise watches.
She does.
Or anybody who knows her watches, but who am I? You know, I'm just kind of the person sitting next to the person that's got an issue with you. So I would say if, you know, what Donovan is saying is true, you offended him, only you two know the story.
She knows what's up. And a lot of other people that were there know the story. Okay, and those people know the story.
If you offended him, would you be above an apology to help, or how can I say this? Would you apologize in order to help move the city forward? Because as Donovan has accredited you with being qualified to be the mayor and all this other stuff, and Donovan's knowledgeable about a whole host of things. He's known for moving the ball forward. He has Shay Linda, who, you know, is knowledgeable about what it takes to move the ball forward. Corey Jackson, and the commissioner. There's a lot
LaDonna Jimson.
LaDonna Jimson. Shut up, D. Mm-hmm. But so you have all these people in that are smart and wants to move the ball forward. Would you be willing to do that in order to?
All that falls in her court.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking her.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. All this falls into her court.
So, but she never apologizes to you.
No, it makes no sense that you're going to let a person like myself, politically. Remember, I love politics. Mm-hmm. You're being broadsided and exposed by somebody who really doesn't have any interest in you. He's just doing it just to do it because you won't apologize. Mm-hmm. That makes no sense. I would go to you and say, hey, whatever our issues are, let's move the ball forward. Let's do that. Even if I don't believe it. Like, this motherfucker just told me, yeah, fuck him, da-da-da. That's fine. You can say what you want to say. But if that's what I got to do to apologize, I'm going to do that. Well, because that guy's costing me votes.
Okay, so let's say she doesn't join the Justice League.
Okay.
That would be something you guys would entertain? You, because I'm speaking to you because you're here.
I've said this from day one. Mm-hmm. All it takes, I want an apology because she knows what she did.
Well, I'm saying that she never does it.
Then she can't be in the Justice League.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, but...
She can't be in the Justice League.
Well...
Because...
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, she can't be in the Justice League. It's as simple as that.
That's fair.
It's just not going to happen. Because again, I don't want a person that thinks that they can never make mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes, and I have no problem admitting that.
You don't want to be walking into a room and then that anvil falls on your
head.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I walk 2 blocks to City Hall every day, Monday through Friday, doing FIAs. Am I doing that because I benefit from it, or am I doing it because my district and the city benefits from it? As I'm trying to unearth this corruption.
I know you personally. I know you have other stuff you can be doing.
I could be doing. Exactly.
But it's like the true citizen in you will not allow them to get away with it. And that's how everybody should be.
Should be, right. But
it won't let you get away with it.
But again, if you're not that citizen, you're busy and you got to work and stuff, somebody's got to be watching the store.
I mean, but it ain't like you just sitting here doing nothing either.
Right.
Like you just,
right.
I'm bored. I mean, you always got something to do, so being busy and working is not an excuse to hold your elected officials accountable.
Exactly.
That's not an excuse.
But I'm going there every day. If you go to the Inland Empire Informer, I showed you, and what I try to show people is these are public servants. They are taking our tax dollar, which means they are our employees. I'm not sitting there saying that I can abuse them and stuff like that. That ain't what I'm saying. I have every right to get any documentation I want. Don't tell me no bullshit, city clerk, if I have a question in regards to your qualifications, because it's woefully... Anybody listening right now, please email me, chat with me, whatever, message me, whatever. If a person just got hired in April and they got a 22% raise in October, wouldn't you question that? What did they do that was so spectacular other than being a clerk that justified them getting 22% raise? And then when I go in there and ask these questions, here's what they told me. HIPAA. I can't see her records because it's HIPAA.
Was you asking for the last time she had a gynecological exam?
No, I wasn't asking for that.
Was you asking last time her blood pressure was checked?
None of that.
How much she pays in her copay?
None of that.
None of that?
HIPAA has to do with medical. But even if that was the case, redact what you think is personal. Redact it. These guys spend more time in denying my requests, and I keep coming in there and dealing with them and knowing the law. And that's why if you guys saw Inland Empire Informer, just because somebody's a lawyer doesn't mean they know the law. Being a lawyer is somebody who practices the law. That means if you're practicing, that means you don't know everything about it and you're not that good. So, I'm showing people that these are our employees. There are certain things that they have to do. They are accountable to us. And you can stonewall me all you want. Eventually, I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to get, even if I have to go to a court to get it.
Well, then you ask yourself this too. What does the 22% come out to more a year?
Right.
So whatever that amount is, because it sounds like it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the flip side of that, you hear that, well, the city can't afford this.
We can't get our streets repaired.
The police,
right.
Force and none of that kind of stuff, but yet you're giving one woman a 22% pay raise.
That just got there. that just got there.
How do you justify that?
Exactly. Shalinda says, but no one asked about Tom getting paid. Oh, don't worry, Shalinda. I've made a request for all that.
That's the city manager?
It's city manager. And I don't know if you were here, Shalinda, when that happened. We had a manager named Henry Garcia. This guy was making over $500,000 a year, and that was before the president got a raise.
They hiring?
No, they're not hiring. No, they're hiring if you're Mexican and you could do Victoria Baca's makeup and making her continue to look like a clown.
So, because you were telling me the city clerk also does Victoria Baca's makeup?
Yes. That's the going saying, that she comes in early and helps Victoria with her makeup. And if that's
stop
helping...
It, brother. Stop, brother. Stop.
Because if that's
stop,
helping...
Stop right there. Stop right there.
I mean,
too
you
far.
know, you remember we were going up, there was a guy named Bozo the Clown.
You know what? You're going too
Saturday
far.
morning.
You're going too far.
I mean, Victoria Baca.
Too far, brother. Too far.
Oh, my
too
God.
Far.
That woman, there's
too
nothing
far.
attractive. Look, she was married to a guy named Raul Wilson. I never met the guy, whatever the deal is, but the rumor or the fact is he was in jail for manslaughter or killing somebody or whatever.
You sure you want to talk about her makeup?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about her makeup because to me, the only way that this woman could get a man to get with her
you know what,
is to stand in front of a prison.
Too damn far.
It's not too damn far. She's a public official, and if she don't like it, refute it.
That is off. That is.
This woman was so unattractive that she has to stand in front of a prison to get a man. And if I've been in jail for 20-something years, any hole will do. I'm just saying.
What damn?
I'm just saying.
I guess that wasn't too far.
Mm-hmm. Our streets got worked on during the election, and it stopped in my district the day after the elections. You're damn right it did. And guess what? District 1, we got no streets done other than Alessandro, which is in front of City Hall. So I hear your complaint, but dealing with District 1 in the Edgemont zone, we never get shit done until I expose it. So, but you're right. Isn't that convenient how the streets got done during election time, and now everything has come to a stop. So, but see, Shalinda, that is why we need voices like yours on the show to continually point these things out and let people know, yeah, you're a voice in the wilderness, but you're a voice that has knowledge, and that's what we want to continue to do.
The Justice League.
I'm
voting for the Justice League.
You voting for the Justice League?
Count me in. I know I don't live in Moreno Valley, but damn it, I'm behind it.
Let's look at the numbers again. 208,000 people. Out of that 208,000 people, black people make up 27% of the population.
That's a good amount.
That's a good amount. Now look at our overall elections. How many of that was black votes?
You tell me.
Less than 1%.
Okay. Do you know what the job of the resurrectors are?
To resurrect the dead.
That's right. To wake up the dead. And so that can be the mission of the Justice League, is to wake up the dead. Because when you got 27% of black people of the population of Moreno Valley and less than 1% voted, that says that at least 26% of the black population is dead.
Gotcha.
Or sleep.
Gotcha.
That's your mission.
Okay. Another mission for me. Great. I'm supposed to
we
retire.
have to fashion the light in the sky for y'all.
Okay. Right. The Justice League
right.
signal.
Get your little phone and all that.
Right. Well, if that's the case, we need to put a cannabis sign up because, this is Moreno Valley, the cannabis area.
The Resurrection. The Resurrection League.
Right. So, but
that's what I'm here for.
Before I go, though, before this segment's gone, I want to talk about a public servant that is not getting enough credit. And yes, I was highly disappointed in LaDonna Jimson, and I was very upset that she did not step down and she did not, because I honestly believe she could have stayed where she was at if she had done what people were telling her.
Okay.
When she got exposed, she should have stepped down temporarily and ran on her own accord now that it was out, and then run or let somebody else run like myself, and you deal with it. We still hold the seat.
Okay.
Now, it took me a while because I was very pissed off, not because I lost the election and whatever. The idea that I was pissed off that we lost the seat because, again, I'll give her a lot of credit. She's done more in the 2 years than anybody in this district has done ever. Victoria Baca has been on the seat for 4 years now.
2 terms, kind of, or 2.5.
Two and two, and doesn't do shit for this district. I've got to work for the city. No, you don't, bitch. No, you don't. And that's the problem. The city, our district looks like shit. In the 2 years that LaDonna was here, everything was being done that she was aware of. He contacted her, she got back to him, and she doesn't get enough credit. Yes, she was exposed for something that happened 30 years ago, and I'm not going to go into that, but I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to say this. I worked with her. She's a caring person, and even till this very day, she is still involved in the community. So I'm going to give her special props for that. Those are the kind of servants we need. But at the same time, though, now that we've missed that opportunity, I'm glad she's still involved, but I would hope that she would stay and be a city elder. And that's what we need on a commission. We need a elders commission. These people who have either sat on the city council before, you know, it's kind of like having a CEO board that kind of just guides you and kind of lets the younger people run the city.
You know, the city ain't coming.
No, yeah, they're not going to do that. But
do it on your own.
But what I'm saying is we need get candidates to start proposing things like that, because you just can't take people that have wisdom and experience and throw them to the streets and say they don't matter.
I agree.
You know, we still need them to help us avoid the pitfalls or the mistakes that they may have made, or even some of the successes that they've made. And this woman came in here in 2 years under whatever pretense and got a lot of stuff done. With my help, of course. And that's another thing. When you have a representative that is willing to listen to those who know maybe more than she does of what's going on, that's important. None of the stuff that was done in District 1 would have been done if LaDonna Jimson was not there and me giving her the ideas or whatever. And I'm not trying to take credit for myself. What I'm saying is, without her having the authority to do it, it wouldn't have got done. I could sit here and just yell, scream, like I do with Victoria Baca. Is anything getting done? No, because I don't have the power to do it. She does.
Right.
And so every time these people try to shut her down, bringing up her past, you know what? You people, shame on you. Let that shit go. It's out now. We know about it. This woman needs to, if anybody should have gotten Citizen of the Year other than Ito, it should have been this woman who's been involved in the community for 30 years. I'm going to give her that. Yes, I was upset like everybody else. It took me a little while to get over my anger. But, you know, when I look at the down the road and the accomplishments, the big picture of it, this woman deserves to be recognized for all the contributions that she has done, not only for District 1, but for the city of Moreno Valley.
All right now.
Period.
All right.
And I have no problem saying that. At all. At all.
So if you had to choose between her and Commissioner, who would you give it to?
Woo, that would be hard. Now, if we're talking Citizen of the Year, and it was my call, I would give it to the Commissioner because of the simple fact that Commissioner does a lot of stuff and he goes to a lot of events. Not saying LaDonna doesn't do it, because she's doing that plus still working. God, the woman's phenomenal. However, for Psyche's mode, you know what I mean? You got to make a strategic decision. You know, sometimes you got to take the weaker player. Not saying that Commissioner, you know what I mean? You can say, hey, because if that's his motivation to keep him going and involved in the community, give him a little bit of that. I can give her one next year.
Well, yeah, his heart is in the right place, and you know, he's, from what I've only known him about 1.5 years or so, but from what I've seen, his heart is in the right place, and he is sincere in wanting to help people.
Right, and you got to do that to get people, keep them going. You know, whatever.
Not even wanting to help people, but helping people.
So I would give it to him, and you know, LaDonna being the woman that she is, she would understand the strategic importance of keeping that person engaged. If we could bring LaDonna, if we could bring Denise Fleming on, like I said, she's experienced, she's all that, but she's gonna have to drop the bullshit that she brings with her. She's more than welcome.
The ego.
Yeah, you gotta drop the bullshit. It isn't about you, Denise. It's about what's best for the city. And if I could put my personal stuff aside, I would hope you would do the same.
Right.
And if I had to elect somebody for the Justice League to be a leader, I'm not a leader. I mean, I am a leader, but I'm not that type of leader that we need right now. I would say LaDonna Jimson. And I would follow her lead, seriously. I'm not the type of leader we need right now. That's all I'm saying. Because I am a leader. There's no doubt about it. It's just that I'm not what we need right now. You need me to hit you in the face and all that other stuff and just kick down the door. I'm that type of leader. So we need to stop doing that and give this woman her acknowledgement for all the accomplishment that she did in this community in such a short time. And we need to start looking for candidates coming up, and not the same candidates that were there 2 years ago, and then you don't hear nothing from it. All of a sudden, it's election time.
They're hibernating.
Yeah, and they pop up. All right, you guys, I'm Donovan Sadiq. You guys stand by for the second hour. D, what are you getting into?
We're going to talk about Kareem Hunt and 10 things we can learn from him.
All right, we'll see you guys in the second hour. Stand by.